All right, we are live on YouTube. So I got my dad's here with the '62 Corvette. I think it's actually technically his cousin's Corvette that he's been working on for a long time. It had been sitting in a garage for too long, and it had some people that just honestly didn't know what the fuck they were doing working on it before. And so Dad's been trying to take good care of it. It needs wheels and tires. It needs wheels. Tires are new, but the old wheels in this era are pretty fucking ugly. But I mean, that's what they are, right? So they're the magnesium ones, but they're fucking 14s. Look at these little 14s. Teeny little guys. Right? So he sanded it down and repainted it, but it was his first time painting a car. So I think he did a pretty good job for his first time. He's got some dirt and stuff from doing it in his garage here and there, but overall it's pretty good. And I know that the next time he does it, he'll be better. Needs a little more wet sanding in some areas, right? But you should have seen it before. It's way better. Yeah, and Matt does all the body, so Matt could help, that's for sure. Especially with the finish work. Got some greasy fingerprints on it from pushing it around. Anyway, so then Dad did the interior, put new leather in the seats and the cards and all that stuff. He's worked on the cluster some because some of the stuff doesn't work. I don't think it's all quite right yet. I know he's still working on that. I think that the old dash mounted mirror on these things. All right, tops off, obviously. Can't shut the door right now. These old things are so flimsy that you put it on the lift, even though, and right there, I mean, it's really close to the exact points that the door is mounted to, and the door closes. It still flexes so much that it won't shut. It has to actually get pushed down on it. So the weight of the engine on the nose of this thing above that is bending the frame of the car in like a bow. Pretty interesting. But let me tell you, that nice blue picture. There you go. How's that? How's the view, guys? The steering in these things is actually pretty freaking scary. Or by somebody else that worked on it, but the lowest part of the car was the tie rods, and it was the lowest part of the car by a lot, and it was really scary. Long, skinny, pencil-y ass tie rods that went to these skinniest little uprights, um, or hubs, as some people call them, or spindles and other terms. Let me see if I can show you. Oh, look how skinny those things are. That's the spindle. Look at that thing. It's so small. For comparison, here's my finger. I'm touching it. That's how small these uprights are. Anyways, tie rods were trailing. So we'll put this around here for you. It's pretty easy, no tie rods on it. That's the arm. And look how low this thing is. This is, and they put it on the bottom. I don't know if they did it wrong or if it's supposed to be on the bottom. To measure the diameter of these holes and see if the taper was correct. Judging by how hard it was to get out, it was either really, really wrong or it was freaking correct. But they hung from the bottom like this much further and went across the car. I can't see that being on purpose. But I've been wrong before. It was the 50s when this was designed, right? This is 62. So they were definitely working on it in the 50s. It's the last year of the C1. So again, the original engineering for this was done in the 50s. Yeah, a lot of it's pretty scary, honestly. Surprised when people didn't die in these things. But look how long the lower control arm is. I think that's really cool, actually. The lower control arm is really long, and they mount really close to the center of the car. See that? And that's good for geometry. Like, this thing technically has good parts in it for geometry. The only issue with that is the upper arm is pretty short in relation to the lower arm. But if both arms could have been longer like this, look how long that is. Obviously, if the front to be that long, it'd be into the engine almost. And this Corvette being, older, most of the engine is behind the front axles. Not that it's front axle, but the front spindle here. So that hurts the weight distribution. Whereas if you look at, I said behind. That's correct. I mean, that's behind is correct. Just like the newer ones. Sorry, my brain farted for a second. The brain fart. See this one here? Actually, it looks even better than this one. It's behind the front as well. better for weight distribution. I spoke backwards like a dummy. I just had a conversation with the guy about Audis, how like the entire engine in an Audi is in front of the front axle, and they're so bad. If you like a 60-40 weight distribution, an S5, RS4, whatever, the entire engine's in front of the front axle. That's crazy. Anyway, so what are we doing? Pulled all that crap out because we're putting power steering in it. The manual steering was, well, it was manual steering, right? This long ass method is no good. You know, long ass shaft with a steering box on the end of it, and all those whack tie rods to the front end was, like most manual steering cars, very difficult to turn in a parking lot. And well, I'm half my dad, and he's got more muscles than I do. So if he had a hard time with it, then I don't know if it's something I would want to drive either. But anyways, it's got a crate motor in it, a little crate motor, small block. I think it's a 383 or something. Is that what you said?
350.
It's just 350. Oh, okay. I thought you said it was like a something else. All right, so it's a little 350. No big deal. It's mostly original though. Obviously not that engine. But the transmission, it is the teeniest little transmission. The linkage actually broke off or unbolted itself from the side of the transmission. So thankfully he didn't drive it here. His original plan was to drive it here, and then as he was getting it in the trailer, it started shifting funny. And then he got it out of the trailer, and then it got stuck in 2 gears at once, a forward gear and a backward gear. And then it only had 5 reverses. It was just all whack. So we got in the lift and picked it up and looked underneath, and the linkage had just like completely come off the side of the transmission. So fun. Anyway, so what we're doing, again, it says we're power steering this thing. Power steering, you got a pump, lines, column, new column, not a mile long either like the other one, and then a rack. This rack is interesting because it has similar geometry to the Corvette in that it uses center mounted tie rods. So the center of the rack actually goes back. What most people see in the rack opinion, there's inner tie rod and outer tie rod coming out of the end of it, which is what I totally expected when you say we're putting rack pinion in it. But seeing those long control arms on the bottom makes sense now why we would have the tie rods attached really close to the middle, so that you don't get a lot of bump steer. If we had those long, I said tie rods, I meant control arms, with those long control arms and then the short tie rods off of here, then the bump steer would be tremendous. This actually helps it keep its alignment as the suspension travels. With a longer bar, long tie rod is going to have less deflection, less length change over a long period than if it was really short. And then you went like this, right? The length change would be more. So.
Got all aluminum.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Now what's that for? Oh, that's for the new tie rods.
Yeah, these are the new tie rods.
Right on. Cool.
Very nice.
And then that's the middles of them, and here's the ends of them. Sweet. Anyways, what are you guys doing? I'm taking the week off since my dad's in town, and I am not doing any tuning. Did a couple base maps and internet stuff for some guys, but that's it. And I'm gonna spend time with the family for Father's Day. Hopefully we get it done here tomorrow. We'll see what happens. I especially hope we get done tomorrow, including the transmission, because my push rods should be here for my Corvette tomorrow. I don't know if you noticed, the engine is in my Corvette, and it was on the ground. So the Z6 Z06 transmission rear end is in it. I got a new, was it PST, the company, I think? Torque tube. Big old 4-inch fucking tube inside the torque tube, or transfer shaft inside the torque tube. I got an ACT twin plate clutch, which I'm very on the fence about right now because I didn't know it wasn't sprung. I thought it was sprung, but it's not sprung. So I'm a little worried about that. However, the way that ACT is mounted with the center plate, it looks like it has some springing action to it. And the fact that it's organic, helps too. So it's not like it's a ceramic disc or anything. It's an organic disc, twin organics. So that should hopefully make it not terrible. And then also to make things worse though, is it's what they called their Pro Light flywheel, which I didn't even know was an option to change them out. I think the one I got so long ago that they'd only had a couple options, and now I look and I see there's other options. I'm like, motherfucker, I could be on with the heavier flywheel. So as Igor said, I just ruined my car. And oh, it's got coilovers on it too. Let me show you. So I got the 6.2 with the gigantimous cam that I designed, and I need the push rods for it because it was too much lash, so I ordered new push rods. Cook's headers, the fast intake, CNC ported heads by Advanced Induction, 232 cc ports. I had to go with head studs. I wanted to use bolts. Like this thing's, I didn't plan on this seeing boost because it's like 11:1 compression now. So I had no plans of boost on it. So I just wanted to use regular ARP bolts. And I ordered the second to last set of bolts in existence. And then FedEx lost my package. FedEx fashion, they lost my fucking package. So a week later, I'm like, well, I need fucking bolts. Where's my shit? And they're like, we don't know. So I overnighted the last set of bolts in existence until September. And then they got here and they were the wrong fucking bolts. My fault, though. I ordered the wrong ones. I went on an ARP site. I looked at the part number and it was for the right stuff. I put the part number in my distributor's thing. I hit order. Apparently, I transposed something or the ARP site's wrong. I hadn't even checked because at that point it was like, whatever. So I had a set of head studs here for the 6-bolt LSX block. So it has all the extra bolts and stuff. So this head stud kit I have has way too many freaking studs in it, and I didn't want to use it for that reason. I wanted to save it for like an LSX block or sell it or something. But it did have the 12 was it 20 head bolts that I needed, or head studs I needed to get the engine together. So I said, screw it, cut the kit open, use those 10 bolts per side, and held that sucker down. So I can realistically buy another kit for my engine and put all the parts back in the other one and still have a complete kit for an LSX. So that's probably what I'll end up doing. But I didn't want to use studs because getting heads off a car when the heads are already close to the cowl with studs is hard, and I didn't want to do that. Bolts, unthread, pull out, slide head off, like easy. And they were already ARP 2000 bolts anyways. These are ARP 2000 studs. The studs are slightly stronger than the bolts, but I don't need it. You know, I didn't fucking need it. And unfortunately, that's what I have in there now. So, no, it's studs. I look so cool. Interior still taken apart because I do the shifter. You can see in there. Yeah, I had to pull the shifter through. Oh, coilovers. Yeah. So let's see. Can we see him? Can we see him? Can we see him? No, we can't. Maybe in the back. In there. They're Fortunes. I had them custom done by Fortune for me. They put Hyperco springs on there. You got to pay extra for that shit though. But I had them put Hyperco springs on it for me, and I asked for a softer valving. But not too soft because I originally planned on putting a blower in it, so I bought them with the intent of having the extra weight of the blower and all this stuff in the front, and so it just. Anyways, what's up, Dad? What's up?
Is this gonna have some blinker switches or?
Yeah.
Where are they?
I mean, the switch is right here. That's the switch mechanism. And the arm's in the bag. You screw inside this hole right here into the thing.
Right here?
One of the holes.
So the wires theoretically are already hooked up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm gonna have to come in this way with this.
Correct. Yeah. But it's short enough now that we can do that.
And this
Plate?
is gonna be on this side,
I think so.
like so,
I think so.
with this.
Tab, I think, is down or up. I'm not sure. It'd be down because of the angle, right? It's gonna come out at an angle. So it's like
Okay,
that.
so I can go ahead and slide this through without this being in place yet. I'll
Right.
put this in. We'll use all the free play we can.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You just gonna do it like that?
Okay, so it doesn't go in that far, does it?
I mean, a little further than that, but yeah, not very far. Right?
No, it can't. Look at it.
Is it already there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, there you go.
So the rest is.
All those linkages that they gave us. I sure love the lines of the C5. I'm sorry. A lot of you guys hate the C5. I freaking love the lines. That booty, like the side, the transition, just how smooth it is. It's like a timeless line. I feel that. I wish this wasn't so fucking zoomed in. I feel like the C6 already looks more dated than the C5s. That's just the way I feel. I think the C7's obviously shit, and the C8, but I feel like the C6 look more dated than the C5s. I don't know. Maybe just my bias showing. Um, how far does it come out? Oh yeah, not that far at all, does it? No.
Trying to figure out how this thing sits in there.
Cab is angled down,
Do you
and
think this comes out?
it has to, yeah, because there's a hose clamp that goes on there on this side to hold it in place.
A hose clamp that goes on this side?
Yeah, right here. Goes around this and clamps the rack to that.
Holds it on this side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're looking at this thing going in here.
Yep. Let's see, I had some comments. Let me address my comments real quick. Let's go back in time. Baby spin those for sure. Hope you
See,
enjoy
that just
time
goes
off.
on the
I
bottom?
will.
Not the top?
Yeah, it's angled downward, so it's got to go on the bottom. If it was on top, it'd be angled upwards.
So you think it's going to go on like so?
Yep. I sure do.
Okay, so I'm just going to leave that hang like that.
I would. I would for sure. All right, let's see here.
And then what's
Enjoy
next?
your time off. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. X clutch. Kind of. So my car is not running right now. I got a new M-Tron for it. Built a new harness, and the fucking thing won't run. It's like it doesn't see the cam signal for some reason. I don't know if it's an M-Tron issue or what. I unplugged the new harness and M-Tron, plug in my old harness, and link starts instantly. So I know it's not wiring in the car. I must have screwed something up in the harness or not. But I've gone through like every freaking wire for the cam sensor, and I can't find. I can't find why it says there's no cam sensor signal. I checked all the wiring like 3 fucking times, so I don't know. But without that, obviously, I'm not driving the car. It still has the snow tires on it. I haven't driven it at all. So I need to get that working. Feeling pretty defeated about it. Got pretty angry last night, and the night before, and the night before, and the night before, because I built the harness, and it was beautiful, and now it doesn't fucking work. So no cam signal, and my fuel pressure sensor's not getting to the ECU either. So I don't know if I got a bad extension harness, something's fucked up inside the potting, or maybe some wires are crossed and I can't see them because it's crossing inside the potting, or what. But it's screwed up. So I got to break out the multimeter, start towing a bunch of shit out, and see if I can figure out, why it's not running. And then once I get it running again, then I can consider changing the clutch. So that's what I'm waiting on. And also, I got that G35 900. So I want to change the block out to the block from the red car because it's got larger head studs and a closed deck, so I can put the 900 on it with my old single scroll kit, the one I did 10s on, and see how that 900 works. So when I do that, I'll definitely have the X clutch then. But I got to finish this car, and I got to finish the Vette. Once those two are done, then it's time to work on the RS. So it'll be a little while still. Show up recently. I'm losing track of what needs to be done. Yes. So Aaron, I ordered apparently 3 oil pan gaskets over time, and 3 sets of head gaskets over time. Went through my inventory and go, oh, I guess I didn't order those. I didn't get those, and then order another one, and then I'm doing the install. I'm like, oh fuck, I need an oil pan gasket. Order an oil pan gasket, and then find one like a couple days after the install, and I found another one yesterday. And same with head gaskets. Oh, here's another box of head gaskets. Oh, here's another box of head gaskets. So, yeah, I hear you. And since I started collecting parts for it like 3.5, 4 years ago, I've definitely lost track of what I have and what I don't have. Other things like I have the Fast Fish Motorsports rear and front main seals. Ben Schrader from EFI University talks about them, about how much better they are when you put a vacuum pump on an engine. They don't fold over like the factory ones do. They also have Teflon coated sealing edge that has a lot less friction on there. I think he was showing like 5 or 7 foot-pounds less friction measured at the crank as he was turning it with a wrench or something. And so I have those on there, and I ordered those twice apparently as well. And they're expensive. It's like $120 something for a seal. Maybe it's for both, but it ain't cheap. They're expensive seals. So yeah, dude, I got a lot of stuff. And then today my security system showed up. All my cameras showed up, so I'm excited about that. Ordered JB4 and fuel light kit. Everything else is complete from the AW. Sweet, dude. Yeah, I look forward to it. It's gonna be a good time. Yeah, like I said, I still haven't investigated why I got the wrong parts. Is ARP site wrong, or did I just read the wrong thing, or did I transpose 2 numbers? I don't know the answer to that yet. I also love the C7. I like most Corvettes, man. Like in C6s, I like the Grand Sport. Hate the Z06. What's the other one? What's the big supercharged one? The ZR1. ZR1's okay, you know. It's pretty neat, I guess, but I'm just not a huge fan of it. Is my internet connection shitty? So ZR1's okay. I wouldn't say no to one of those, obviously, but I don't like the C06 at all. I like the wide body, but I don't like the engine, and that's why I like the Grand Sport. The C6 Grand Sport is my favorite one, with the dry sump and the LS3. Yeah, I wouldn't mind the Grand Sport with an LSA block, and or potentially an LS7 with fixed heads and a factory length or a normal OEM stroke from like an LS3, like 3622, because the freaking 4-inch stroke is trash in those things, and the heads need to be fixed. What's crazy is you look for a C6 Z06 right now, most of them have a different engine in them. It's very rare that the LS7 is still in it. Most of them failed, and they pulled it out and threw something else in it, because they drop valves like crazy. So, yeah. All right, so now we are going to put the car in the air so that we can get all the lower stuff attached. Then once we do that, we're going to make the rods that connect that spline section to the spline section of the steering rack. So up we go. I'm gonna show you guys the bottom of this car, and then I'm gonna terminate the stream so I can be a better worker. I feel like this could be faster. I mean, it's a 10K lift. It's made for big ass trucks. It's super wide. It's way wider than this poor little car.
I like it.
Yeah, I do too. Coming down, hold on. I got locks. All right. I don't like blowing seals out in my hydraulic rod, so I don't like holding a lot of hydraulic pressure on the car when you put it in the air. A lot of people don't do that. So let me show you the bottom of this car real quick. Old ass 8-inch. Weird X-braced frame. I guess that's a 50s thing. That thing is so weird. And the exhaust goes through it. Like, how strong is this beam with a giant hole cut in it? I don't know how strong that is anymore. Is that why it's flexing so much when it's on here? So, but that's the way they have it, you know, big old holes in there for the exhaust to go through. But here's the main structural member. So maybe this is just to support the floor of the car, and that's why they get away with this big old hole. It helps support the floor and the rest of the body. I'm not sure. I'm not the engineer on the team. Look how tiny this transmission is. Let's see if I can zoom out enough here. This little teeny transmission. Like, here's my hand. like literally, here's my hand on the bottom of the tranny.
But it's mighty.
That's the output shaft. And that's the freaking front of the bell housing.
But mighty.
That's it. Like, And then the linkage here. I've never seen linkage with so many freaking bars and rods. Let's see if I can get an angle on this. This is comically. You see it inside there? I don't know if you can see. But there's just so many bars and rods in this linkage. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Right here. Look at all this stuff. All these.
And it broke.
If you look here, you can see. They're not supposed to do that. So he had five reverses for a while. Interesting is this plate right here. Like, I wonder, has this tranny been apart and someone put the stronger mid plate in them? Like, was this an upgraded mid plate that mounts all the gear shafts on these? So I wonder if this has been apart and they upgraded the mid plate.
I think the guy used to drag the car because he got a huge ring and pinion in it.
Did he?
Top speed, 4th gear on the freeway was like 50 unless you took it up to $8,000.
This bell housing's broken too.
Yeah,
It's
blew up.
been, yeah, it blew this shit up. Look at that. It's been welded together. This bottom is all, like, it scattered a flywheel at one point in its life. And they welded this thing back together. There's a big old weld around here, all the way up top. So that thing scattered a flywheel at some point. That's scary. I'm surprised it didn't go through the freaking bottom of the car. Honestly. So here's the bottom of the car again. The tie rods were mounted here, and they went all the way up to here. They're really, really long. Really long. Now the rack's going to go here, and they're still going to attach and go back and forth in the middle.
Right.
So it's still going to be really long. But they're not going to be the lowest part because the rack is going to be in the middle of it. So it's going to be interesting. Oh, I heard the pheasant.
Yeah, that's what it was. I heard him.
Yep. This is our radiator support right now. Because the bracket that the steering bolts to is also the support for the radiator, which is also the mount for the hood. The hood mounts to this beam at the top, which is really interesting. So we had to put this in here just to hold it while we undid all this shit, put that together again, so the hood stays like it's supposed to. Also, look at the angle on these control arms. Not only are they long, but they're angled. That's a good 25 degrees off the center line. Look at that. That's some interesting geometry. It looks like it has forward caster. Oh, it's the ZZ4. Anyways, guys, that's it. Thanks for stopping by. Let me see if there's any chat messages I missed real quick. Rash, what's up, dude? All right. I gotta get back to it again. My dad painted that. Yeah, he does a lot of paintings and stuff. Oh yeah, the old steering stuff. That's right. My dad's showing his cousin.
That was the steering.
That's all. Those long ass skinny tie rods and shit.
Was a mess. Absolute mess. And
That shit was weird.
show that transmission. Can you reach in there so I could show him where the thing broke loose, and we're hoping that that's...
The linkage?
Yeah.
Look up through here, I think.
Okay.
And then you can see the linkages here.
Can you see that, cousin? That's supposed to be mounted. Good thing I didn't try to drive it here. That just happened. Just
Came
last
off the
minute.
side.
Oh, yeah. So I couldn't drive the car. It was like stuck in forward and reverse. So fortunately I didn't do anything but turn it off.
Yeah, we had to clutch in to push it in.
Anyway, this is where all the stuff was right here. That your rack and pinion is going to go right across here. See your tie.
I'm with it. So, Dad put different gears in it. So a little more highway mileage. No, it's my dad's. Yeah, they go for a lot of money. They're worth a bunch. I honestly don't know why. I wouldn't want one of these things. But I'm not that nostalgic about shit, so maybe that's why. I don't know. What's with the strap? The rear end strap, like it's broken.
Yeah, there's two of those. It's almost like a limiter
Yeah.
as to how far the rear end should go down.
Yeah, it's a droop stop.
Yeah.
But they'd be broken. think the old, is this for the tire rod? What's this for? The old exhaust used to be out here, right? On the outside. It was weird. The old exhaust used to come out here, I think. That's where it used to be mounted. It was ugly as shit. So they did this. They put this exhaust on it. Still just a little bent, you know, 2 1/4 or whatever system on it. But for this weak little 350, I think I need shit. And this light asshole car. This thing is tiny. It's so much smaller than my Corvette. That's the hairline I get to look forward to. No. No New Balances. Leather shoes. Although my dad is wearing cargo shorts. But no New Balances. Although there was a period of time in my life where New Balance was the only shoe I'd buy. Now I buy the fuck out of Merrell's because I like Merrell's. They're really comfortable. And they're light. I love Merrell's, man. Like, they're so freaking light. These are comfy and light, man. Really good. They're Asics. But I have one set of black New Balances. Just for S&Gs. Oh, there's room in here. Just this fender well is gigantic.
Okay, what bracket do we put on first?
I don't know. Let's look at the instructions. EJ. LS6. My shaft mounted rockers for my Corvette. Once again, push rods, I can put those in. Install the mounting brackets. Just says all of them. So use the center one. We'll do the middle one first, the radiator support, and then we'll move to the driver's side outer and passenger side outer brackets.
So this one first?
Yep, that one first.
Yeah, do we get nuts with it and bolts, or we use
I don't know.
bolts?
LT1 Caprice wagon. The LT1 was a sweet motor. It was reverse cooled too, so they did really good.
There's a bag of bolts here.
Hey, look at that. That looks promising. It was reverse cooled, which is pretty sweet. But they got sued over it. GM got sued over the LT1 being reverse cooled because Evans owned the patent for reverse cooling. While I don't think they came up with it, I think they were just the ones that freaking patented it first. And so the LS1 didn't get reverse cooled. I know in a previous video a few years ago I said the LS1 was also reverse cooled, and it's not. It's not reverse cooled. I wish it was, and I want to put an electric water pump on the car and make it reverse cooled on my own. Evans can't stop me from doing that because I'm not selling shit. So I just need to make an idler setup for the accessory belt. Some companies have them, but the electric pump is mounted under the idler, and you can't change the water flow direction like that. So the pump with an idler setup, and then make it reverse cooled. You can get a lot of extra HPs out of reverse cooling. Way more efficient and everything else. Well, fuel economy gets hurt a little bit by it, but the power goes up dramatically. What's up, Dan?
We got issues.
How do we have issues?
I think this thing requires a nut lock washer, right? So what would be the right size? I'm gonna go this route here. 1, 2.
Well, let me see if we have any instructions that tell us. Fasteners. Okay, yeah, so this is fasteners. That's sweet. My CTSV. No, I didn't reverse cool the CTSV. I wish I did, but I did not. I built a motor for it. Unfortunately, I stroked it, and I'll never do that again. Not without going to a super tall deck block or something, but I got such a good deal on the stroker kit that that I did it. Anyway, I need to rebuild it anyways, and man, they gave me a stupid good deal on it. They gave me like employee pricing, and so I bought the whole thing from them. I think I got like crank rods and pistons for maybe $1,800 or something. A 4-inch stroker crank, and I don't remember what it was. It was something ridiculously good. And that was what, 2012 or 11, something like that. And so I built it, stroked it, put a blower on it, and that thing was pretty mean. It did a good job. I really liked the Kelford cam that was in it too. It wasn't their blower cam, which is what I actually had in my C5. I had the Kelford blower cam in it, the SS108C. Had I had that in the CTSV, it probably would have been even more mean. That was a really good cam. Actually, I enjoyed it. But the one in the CTSV was the SS108A, which is their first entry level street cam, which is still a sweet cam. I really enjoyed it. But the cam I have now in that thing is stupid large. 304 degrees of duration. So, yeah, it's going to sound retarded. It's going to sound so retarded. Yeah, I think you need to figure. Yeah, the washers. Yep. Is there any shorter ones? Is that it? No, I guess that's it. And it looks like the right number, just the right size. So I think you got it, Ed.
So which way is it going? That's why I put in.
These don't go here because this goes to the mount, I think. Right? Isn't the mount in front? Oh no, you're right. Yeah, I'm wrong. Yes, this is dropped. This is dropped down from the top of the frames. Yeah. So yeah, put this guy in here.
Are they requiring flat washers on top, or the flat washers going on the bottom?
I would say probably on the bottom. Usually with the nuts.
Okay, because the nuts are lock nuts, and this is thinner, so I would assume the same thing.
Yeah, this is double layer steel.
Yeah.
I don't even think the factory ones had washers on them either.
Oh, no, there was no washers up on top.
Yeah, I don't think so. We need to get the pry bar back out and raise this thing again. Ah, I can't reach in here. Especially not with just one hand.
You get it?
I'm trying. Yeah. Almost. Come on, fingers. Yeah, that's how my wife likes me. Oops, I dropped it.
Premature.
Got it. Premature. Yeah. Why the wife hates me. Other way.
This one?
Yeah, there's two,
Oh,
four
I
front,
didn't see
two in
this.
the.
Yeah. There was another spacer on there, but it doesn't look like I need it, huh? We just want it flat, right?
There you go.
Now should that spacer stay in there, or should that spacer come out? Oh, yeah, see now, when we drop that radiator, it's gonna come down. We got the radiator raised right now.
Yeah. Put the hammer.
I know that's
in
my
there.
point. So is it gonna drop down enough, or do I need to take that spacer out of there?
Oh, we have no idea. Let's bolt this on here, and then we can adjust the hood height afterwards. Is that thing drilled correctly? Like, seems like this is kind of tight. Yeah, it's just really tight. It made it. There we go. Yeah, we'll find out. I mean, all we gotta do is just loosen these two, pick it up more, shove shims in if we need to change the height.
No, I'm thinking it needs to come down there, Don.
Oh, I don't think they'd have us get rid of the pad.
Or the radiator?
Yeah, I don't know why they would do that. That'd be potentially detrimental, I would think.
You think there'd be some pad? See, there's some more. This is what I'm talking about. Look, here's the other part of the pad right there. There was actually more pad in it.
Where?
Right there.
Oh, then probably should add more to it then.
Well.
Oh no, it was pad, bracket, pad, clamp.
Right.
The pad was on the bottom.
Right.
So that way it could go up and down.
Right.
Right, so we'll put the pad back on the bottom and use the clamp piece which is over there. Unless I see different here in the directions. I'm looking right now.
This here. This is what you're talking about?
Mm-hmm. Didn't say anything about it. But I don't see anything below it on the picture. There's no pad below it. It's all on top.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But the thing is that the big bracket that was on there
Mm-hmm.
was kind of shaped differently. See, look, Tom. Look the way it was shaped.
Yeah, this one's like that too. It's got to drop out. This one's got to drop.
Oh, I see. There is a little bit of a drop.
Yeah.
There. So I need to put that second pad in.
Probably.
And then but if we do that, the radiator's going to stay up at the height it is. It's not going to come down at all.
Well, I mean, it's not that far down below where it should be right now. I only picked it up a little bit. And this rubber pad is going to compress.
Okay, so I will put the pad on. What's this?
That was just, this is a bolt thread lock. Oh, this is for the back one, actually. That was what they used to lock the bolts in place. We won't need that pad. Remember I bent those out of the way to undo the bolts in the back here?
Okay, so hang on to this. It's just going to fall. I don't have any more bolts on it. Okay.
It fell.
Look at that piece of shit. Just looks like
Looks like a chunk of tire rubber.
there's steel on it right there though.
Okay.
And this was not. Are we sure this is the right spot, or was this around the steer housing? Are we in the right spot?
I have no idea.
Let's see. It looks like it.
No. Like I said, we can always shim it. Well, does that go on the folds? Looks like a different size pad than the other one. Look at that wasn't there. Look at the difference in the size here. I don't think that pad was there. Do you?
Where in the fuck was it then?
Maybe where the tie rod's mounted? On the tie rod flats? Were they mounted to the other big bracket? I don't know. But that is definitely a... Or that was just on the other side of the bracket. Like, it was on the bottom side of this bracket before.
Oh.
Because, I mean, that's not even close to the same shape. And this definitely went to a flat surface. There's no witness marks from anything narrow.
So you think this might have went there?
I think it might have went on the bottom side. I think it went on the bottom side of the old one, potentially.
We're not going to use it.
Right.
All right, that makes sense. This radiator's got to come down a little bit, which would bring it down on that cutaway.
Actually, I think it went right here. I think on that one. Because this looks like it's got some shit on it. Might have been in there. Schmutz.
Yeah, I don't think it's smooth,
Well, I guess.
Yeah.
We can shift the radiator afterwards.
Oh, these are lock nuts.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of bolt.
It shows a spacer on here, on these front ones. There was a spacer on. There's spacers included in this kit. Interesting. Is this not this guy? No. Oh, this guy on too.
Where does that go?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think this mounts on top of that unit that we took on here. You don't think it goes on top of that, do you?
No. Definitely doesn't. The picture shows it's going on. Yeah, picture shows it goes right there by itself.
Is that up? That might be like for mounting.
It's for the rack. They show it on the rack, but they don't have the rack. Oh, here we go. The fuck is that? The engine? Under the oil pan? What? Oh, that's what the tie rods mount to. I'm an idiot. Okay, now I see it. I see what it is now. So that's the plate the tie rods mount to from the rack of the tie rods. And the rack mounts to the big brackets we're going to put on in a little while. And that plate you're putting on right now is just the radiator support to keep the radiator in place since we took that out as part of the old steering stuff. Okay.
So should I go ahead and tighten these?
Yeah, I would. We need to figure out the spacer thing because it shows in the picture there's a spacer. It's a long bolt, right? It shows a spacer on it. Right? Yeah, because there's a bunch of shoulder that's not being used anymore on that bolt coming out of the mount.
Yeah, there is a spacer, but we already got it on there.
What?
It's showing this spacer right here.
Right there. There's a nut.
I don't see a spacer. I see a washer.
Well, then it's a really weird washer that's a 1/2 inch long.
I don't see a spacer.
Okay, well, see this shoulder?
I know what you're talking about.
See this shoulder? See how there's no threads right here?
You see?
Right? There's no threads right there. So, it's going to take up the space where there's no threads.
Well, the threads are there. It's just rusted out.
No, it's not that. You can look at it and see it's a tube. It's a freaking tube, Dad! You can look at it. Well, there's no spacer in the kit.
We're just going to have to tighten it up.
Unless it's inside one of these baggies. Ain't that right? Nothing here?
So what you're thinking is that spacer gives the radiator more room to move.
No.
Okay, then what's the spacer for?
The spacer is what clamps the sprocket. Because the thread, the nut shows it on the picture shows you on here. And then between that, there's something to make up the difference.
Oh, yeah, fuck that. Yeah, the threads go all the way up. They're just hadn't been used. I can see them.
All right. Looks like it's a stud.
But we're not going to tighten that up until
The end.
yeah. It's going to be the last thing we need spacer on it or washers, we will. But until then, let me tighten those up. Those are 1/2 inch, 9/16. They're probably metric.
I don't know. I mean, it's for a Corvette. I mean, they're fine. Look at that pheasant out there, just really going at it. No, they're close. Here you go. Here you go. Just that guy.
All right, let's start with this one.
You gonna tighten it?
This wrench isn't going to get, I think it's 9/16 on the top side.
Yes. Go.
wide enough, right?
Oh yeah, like, and I'll fold this flimsy car in half.
All right. Now.
Yep.
Now what's next?
Well, we can release the hammer so that this can come back down on its mount.
Okay. We can do that. We got those mounts up top.
Yeah, at some point you gotta put those back again, and then the side ones. Here, let me just do it with the pry bar right there, so that we can. Okay, and then we get the flashlight and see how close those bolts are, because those bolts will give us absolute height, right? They'll tell us the holes. What do we got?
Oh shit! You need to tell me we might have to take that whole bracket back off again.
Why do we have to do that?
Because how is she gonna get that shim in there? Is she gonna cut it and slide it in? Yeah, you're right. Those are the right.
The right height.
Yeah. Is this a bolt right here? We got a bolt hole right here.
Yeah, I just can't see in there anything because there's so much fuzz. I don't know if it's tipped forward or back. There we go. It's pretty close. Oh yeah, and move around a little bit. Yeah, there we go. About here-ish on this side.
You got it in?
Well, I just used a punch to wiggle and feel the hole.
To start a bolt?
Where they at?
Side? The bolts for that?
Mm-hmm. They were here, and then you moved them somewhere.
No, those I did not move. I think these things
You were counting them, and you said we got 3, and then we got 4. Is that these here on the ground, or?
could be though.
No, these are the fine ones. Oh, the in the tray. Not bad.
They were just old.
Yeah, they were sold. I think in the tray on top, Dad. Because you were counting them, doing inventory on them.
Yeah, they're probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, driver's side bracket.
What about these?
Those are the fine ones, aren't they? I mean, is there 4 of them?
These are fine tooth, but they are 4 fine tooth ones.
Well, it's not fine on that thing.
Oh, here's a coarse one.
There's a full
Here's
bracket.
a coarse one. I bet there are those 2 right there.
Well, there's 4 of them, and then before the same ones.
Yeah, but there was 2 we took off on the top, 2 we took off on the side, right?
No, there was 2 on each side, 2 on the back here, and 1 on the back right there.
1 right there, right?
2 right there.
Yeah, 1 on each side.
2 on both sides.
I can't reach it anyway.
I know you can't.
I'll put this right
All right.
here. Okay, now
This bracket.
is that where that goes?
Sure looks like it. This brake line's kind of weird. Right there. Get up in there. See it forward.
Okay, let me do it.
How's it hitting?
What are we getting?
That's what I just asked you. I asked you first.
I can't. There's something. Yeah, there's a burr right there.
It's like welding nubs. So you gotta go further. There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Look at that. That's what the long ones go to. All right. Back to the long ones. 3 long ones, right? Yeah, there's a hole there. Just the same one that held the rack.
Okay.
We saw them. I don't know if it matters how the nuts run. Nope, probably wouldn't matter.
Okay.
There you go. I'll get the nuts.
Is there a bracket on this? You got like an inch and a half of bolt sticking out.
Maybe.
I wonder if something else goes on there, like the steer box or something.
Support to the side.
Yeah, it might be a steer box.
Let's find out. Well, there's no steering box anymore. It's a rack, right? Bearing brace bracket. Passenger side, driver side. Okay, so potentially the bearing brace bracket. Where's that go? Bearing brace bracket. Might bolt to the other side of that guy. These are not the best instructions. That is driver's side. That's the other guy. That's the one we did already. Try it again. All the steering locks removed. Did that. Passenger bracket sandwiches between the frame rail and the engine mount. Oh no, the engine mount. So you gotta pull the engine mount on the for the passenger side.
What do you mean, engine mount?
That's what it says.
No, it does not go there. It goes right where it is.
Passenger side.
What goes over here?
The passenger side bracket. Here we go. The bearing support bracket installs over the top of the frame rail and the driver's side bracket.
Over the top. So we got this thing on upside down?
Why would you think that?
It says over the top.
The bearing bracket, Dad.
Okay. I don't know where the bearing is. Where's the bearing?
The bearing supports. The bearings are the ones that hold the shafts.
Okay.
Those two shafts that you got to put together.
So you're talking this bracket here? And this bracket here?
One of those.
Now this.
The bearing support bracket has a round hole in it. You got your hand? A big round hole in it?
That one's got a big round hole.
No, that's passenger side bracket. That's one that goes between the motor mount.
Okay.
This one here is the bearing bracket.
Okay.
It says this goes on top. So like this.
On where we are at?
Yes.
So those two bolt holes.
Looks like it goes on the top too, yeah.
Okay, push that bolt in. That top side. Right.
Front one or back one?
Both of them. Push. Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Go back out. Back out a little bit more right there. Okay, go ahead. Push that one in. Okay. Now the other one. See if you could push that one.
This thing still has to come down
Okay.
over the rail and over the bracket.
It's not all the way in.
No, this one here.
Okay, what now?
Seems like a big gap.
You see? I can't see that way. What are we talking about?
Right here. This forked section.
Oh, there's nothing. Oh, I thought this. So this has got to come out. Right? And then it kind of goes right over the.
It says it goes over the top of the bracket. That's
Over
what it
the
says.
top.
Yeah.
Okay, that's over the top of the bracket there.
Mm-hmm.
Over the top of the bracket there. Like that?
Yeah, something like that. Just back a teeny bit, and it should line it up.
Let's see.
It seems weird though, the way that bearing support
Okay, where's it
is
at?
at a funny angle.
How far off am I?
It has to go back about a 1/4 inch.
There's the hole.
It still seems weird though. It's not like how that bearing support is up there. Oh, I remember now. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. There you go. Just a smidge too far. Just go back, just forward a teeny bit more. There you go.
This bracket?
Mm-hmm. Forward. Here, I can see it. Right there.
Okay, let me see what we got here. Okay, see if you can find the hole here.
That's what she said.
Not even close. There it is. Keep going.
It's in all the way.
Okay. Okay.
Nice. Yeah, that makes sense. So the rack mounts right here
Okay.
to these two here, and that little ear is for the ball bearing mount, and that's
So do I put
these guys here.
Do I put
this
the
mount
nuts and
there is for
washers
the-
on those now?
Yeah, here's 3.
Okay. And probably.
Not seeing any washers for it. Yeah, those are way too big, aren't they? Are these too big? Maybe I'm
That's
wrong.
all there is. They don't fit nothing else. 1, 2, 3. That one's. Let's see. Yeah. They're all right. They're all the same. So they're not to the right side. So would we have put the? Should we put the washer on this side on this?
It says, according to the picture, it goes on the nut side.
Okay.
It just shows the nuts on the inside of the car, but I don't think it matters. Depends on what you want to see. When you're looking down, do you want to see the nuts or do you want to see the heads?
Well, the only reason I'm mentioning that is because of the little the fork. Do you need the washer to take up more of that to cover that fork side?
Oh yeah, that's possible. Yeah, let's try it. Flip it around.
Well, that was easy.
That's a astute observation and conclusion. Is one of these longer than the other, or are they all the same length? Because that one looks short. I think that's the bottom one.
Okay.
Is that one shorter than the other two? Or are these all the same length? Oh, definitely
No, it is
shorter. Yeah. So I want to see the bottom one. The longer ones go
Right.
to the temples here.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, that's much better.
Okay.
That's perfect.
What was that?
It was a washer. Don't know why it fell, but it fell. That's pretty long. What's that short one? This one long enough?
Yeah, it's longer.
All right.
I just saw it.
Here. Now, interestingly enough, this frame rail is so close. That washer will fit right there.
Right here.
Top one. I don't think it'll fit between those two. It's really tight.
Yeah, it fits barely.
Just barely?
Yeah.
Just got a love on it. Gonna pull it back. See if it fits in there. There you go. Forward, forward, down, down, down. Then forward a little bit.
There you go.
Here we go. We got it. Teamwork. Oh, teamwork. That's nice to see. That's Adam Sandler. From the Goat skit. Goat! So the shitty part is going to be into the motor mount. That's not going to be fun.
Huh?
And motor mount. It says this sandwich is between the two of them. We have to like undo all 4 bolts, support the engine, and jam this in them.
Right. Okay. Makes sense.
And then it hangs down.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It's like, is there room for this much?
I don't know, but let's tighten these up.
Okay.
They don't have nothing to do with the motor mount.
Okay.
What should I use? 14 again?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Are we gonna be able to get in there?
You do the nuts, I'll do the heads. Bottom. Hit it.
I ran out of with some acid.
Oh.
I have to do the rest by hand.
Rear one.
I can't get it.
I'll do this guy. You guys push the tire out of the way.
Oh yeah.
Back one. Back one. Oh, you want to do that one again? Which one do you want to do?
Back one.
That's the front one,
Back
but that's
top.
okay.
Oh, front top.
Yep. Hold on. I slipped off. Okay.
I don't want to break them. These little things, this little thing is strong, obviously.
Okay. Hit it one time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's turning pretty easily. Okay.
Okay, let's do the back one, front one again.
Front one seemed pretty freaking strong. You hit that one pretty hard. Yeah.
Back one. Top back. Bottom.
Hit it more. Hit it more. Okay.
You can feel it when it stops turning.
Yeah, I can feel the tension on it.
Okay.
And I think the battery's a little low. So we'll little hand grunk those again at the end.
Pretty strong.
In the last step.
All right, now the motor mount. Now, how are we gonna?
So we gotta support the engine. Unfortunately, my freaking support thingy's at the shop.
Well,
At
you
tier
just
one.
2x6 right there.
Oh, and just do it on the ground?
Just, well, we can. You got a 2x6 that's pretty close to this length. We can just lower the lift down so we know we got it. And then,
The block?
yeah, and then just do it.
Sure. I say, I mean, there's 4 bolts. Let's loosen a couple of them first before you even get to that point.
And see if the motor, how much the motor moves.
Well, if we just loosen them, then at least we know that we're, not doing that while we're out. The 14 fits really tight.
All right, bottom, right?
Yep.
I ain't gonna be able to get this one.
No, not that one.
No.
Negative.
Negatory. Minority.
Yeah, actually, and nothing in this car is tight. Everything comes pretty loose. The only thing that was hard to get was the tie rods.
Can I get in there with a round?
I just got that one. Let's got this one too. This one's also loose now.
What about the top ones?
We're gonna do the top from the top. I don't think we're gonna be
How
this.
can we support that motor without?
Oh, there's one of them. Put that back on it just a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's in there. I guess we can kind of get it from here. Probably easier from here than the top. It's kind of shitty because it's got this big old. It's shrouded by the mount here. That part's gonna be kind of tough. Well, yeah, that too, but just get it loose. I mean, this big old radiator hose in the way. Is there nuts on that other side? How's that attached?
Let me see.
Oh, okay, we hit those nuts from the side for sure, from the top. Yeah, okay. I'll go up, hit the unlock.
We're gonna go up.
Yep. Unlocked. Release. You clear? I don't want you to get your hand caught in there or something.
Is that rain?
Yeah. It's coming down. So is the car. Womp womp. Wish I had one of those top holder thingies. The engine holders, the bars that go across top of across top of the. This is on like a frame rail or on the.
Oh yeah, like an engine puller. We had one of those. We could hold the motor right now.
Right.
I thought you had one of those.
No.
Shit, man, there's a lot of shit we need to buy.
I don't have a hoist or anything. I brought Igor's hoist. I've had a couple hoists, and I end up throwing them away and giving them to somebody else
No, you
because they suck to move, And then I always had access to a shop, But now that I have my own shop here, I should probably get one.
Yeah.
See, we kind of get it right here.
On a Harbor Freight cheap.
Yeah. Harbor Freight or Northern Tool.
You got it?
Yeah, we got it loose. Started at least. Come on. Look at that forearm shot.
Okay,
Regular fucking
so-
videographer right here.
Trying to think of how we could do this and hold that motor up.
Well, you just go on the ground and get the jack, get the black one, coming from the driver's side with the black one with the pads, and just hit 2 points on the bottom of the engine if we wanted.
If we could find 2 points. But you're right.
It's got that big old pad on it, right? So we just
Yeah.
yeah.
If we can find a spot.
Come on, baby. What was that in the chat? Something you did with your CDC? Oh yeah, no. Chris, how much that? Hear the rain coming down?
Yeah.
Dude, it was coming down hard last night. Did you hear the vent above the stove? Ding!
Oh no, Grace was telling me, dude, I was out.
It was fucking annoying. It was like someone's ringing a freaking bell. I gotta go put some
Are you still filming
Dynamats.
this?
Yeah, I put some Dynamat up there Keep from going ding, ding, ding.
Why are you filming this thing?
Because we're cataloging us doing this shit.
Okay.
These people get to see it, and then you got a video of us. You know, I mean, there's not gonna be any good, like, you know, SoCal choppers or Orange County or yelling at each other and stuff. Veins popping out of our foreheads and like swearing at each other. Your nice hat. I think we'd get more views if I did this naked. Maybe not the views we want to get.
Okay, what do you want me to do at this point?
Just stand there and look beautiful.
Just relax.
Yeah, just chill. Grab me a beer. No, I don't know. Just loosening those bolts. Trying to get started so that when we get this propped up, we're not fighting it, you know, also. Right. So it's easy to loosen right now, especially with the load on it holding the bolt still for us.
We don't need to blast it or nothing.
No, they've all turned easy. That's what cool thing about this car. Like, almost nothing's rusted on it, really. The only thing that's rust colored is like red overspray.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And all these bolts have been, like I said, they were way looser than I ever would have expected.
If I ever pressure wash this thing, I could get rid of all that stuff is wax.
Oh, the white wax, I think?
Yeah, that's just wax.
I have pressure washer.
Yeah, we'll pressure wash.
As long as we don't blow into a crack and blow paint off it.
Yeah, no, I'm just talking about under the hood. I like
this
pressure
stuff?
wash this hood, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I see it, all the speckles. Okay, so all four are loose. The bottom two are like only 2 threads. The top 2 are still like a handful of threads holding it in. So now we need to hold the bottom of it with a jack, and then I'll just slide on the creeper and...
Why don't we just take the top 2 out right now?
Well, the bottom 2 are basically out.
Yeah, but the pin's in, right? The bolt's through the hole. It's just going to come down on the bolt.
As long as it doesn't slide out. Yeah. I'll do it now. I'll give it a shot. See if I can get it.
And then when we do it, we'll put the bottom 2 in, then we'll come back and put the top 2 in.
Okay.
Just don't let that thing fall and hurt your fingers.
This moving blanket smells nice.
Huh?
So this moving blanket smells nice. Want to use it as a pad?
Yeah, no.
I got my face buried in it right now because I'm leaning on it.
Yeah. It doesn't smell like anybody you know.
No. Although there was a period of time in my life where I would...
You would recognize it.
Oh, yeah, well, I was living on my friend's floor for like 6 months. But I still needed to get some ass, right? So a couple times I took a girl to my storage unit. I had all my furniture and shit in the storage unit. We just go hide in the unit and bang. Or in the car in front of it. I'm sure they got that on the video. But I was young and dumb.
I'll be right back. I'm going to go to my truck and get something. Of course, I'm going to do it while it's raining.
Okay, that's a good time to do it.
I don't think I'm going to do it.
Well, can you make it to the drink fridge? I'm getting thirsty.
You want a Coke?
Yeah, well, no. I just feel the alcohol concentration of my blood going down too far. I got too much blood in the alcohol system. Hey, where'd the nut go? Oh, it came off. Yeah, I'll take a Modelo. That sounds good. Modelo Negro. All right, that one's off. What this guy? This other one here is fun. Come on, bitch. This brake line is really close to this freaking nut.
Holy shit.
Oh, we got some thunder. Love it. Kind of wish I was outside now. I love. Right? You can zap by like lightning.
But here I got lip that's sticking straight up.
Look like a porcupine. Not dense enough.
All right, well, I'd love to open that beer for you, but I don't have an opener.
Oh my God. Okay, top two are out. Ah! Rotate device. F you, YouTube. I'll do what I want. All right, let me get my.
Yeah, I got him inside. Let me go get one. Here.
All right. Grab the creeper. Bought 3 today, and this adapter thingy. This was super handy. We were fighting to get the drivetrain in the Corvette lined up. Total pain in the ass. Did right to the engine and tranny on flexible mounts. Moving, and then you got the torque tube engine that's straight, goes the whole length of the car, and you're trying to get this subframe 4 bolts mounted, that one 4 bolts mounted, and this one pivots. This one pivots on this angle, right? And you're trying to get all these pins lined up. It was just a nightmare with one floor jack. The lift, one floor jack, and like 4 jack stands. It was not sufficient to do it. So, which one? Me? Oh. Oh, sweet. Yeah, beers are on the cart right there. Right in front of you. And so with that, and so we're like, fuck it. We bought some more jacks. I bought a big one with this wide thing so that we can stick it under the cross member and use it to keep it level since it was moving around a bunch. And then got a small one, the little tiny 1.5 guy. That's great because if you've ever been under a car with jack stands and then try and put a jack under there and the jack stands are too wide, or the jack's too wide between the stands, you're just trying to fight with shit. This one's got a really narrow nose to it. So you can get in, reposition a stand or something. That little cute guy. And then I have the normal, one there. So between those 3, it made it way easier. If I'd had those a long time ago, then the whole job would have been a lot faster, taking it out and putting it in. Yeah, would have been a lot easier. So this guy is probably what I'm going to use right now. I'm trying to use this to hold the engine up. It shouldn't take much because the engine's still attached on one side to the motor mount. Or I should say, the engine's attached on both sides. The motor mount is still attached to the frame on one. The way the motor mount is, it's bolted to the front of the motor and suspended in front of the engine. It isn't traditional small block Chevy or LS mounting. Sweet bike. It's my wife's. It's actually it's not that cheap of a bike, but it's not the disc brakes. The next step up for another $150 was like disc brakes and stuff. It's really light. It's got good hardware on it. The shifters are good. It's like a little bike. Beer time.
Armadella Negra. We got a rain, thunderstorm, ice cold beer.
It is cold. Is that turducken ever going to thaw in the fridge this cold? Might need to move that. Are we doing pizza today or tomorrow?
You need to take it out.
Is pizza today or tomorrow?
She asked if you wanted pizza today. Should I go ahead and... Oh, they were going to do sandwiches tonight.
Oh, that's right. Tonight's the... Yeah, okay. Tomorrow's pizza.
We're going to do roast beef sandwiches.
Tomorrow, I'm making pizza from scratch. I should stream that. I do the dough and everything from scratch.
Re, mi, fa, sol, la.
Dough? Yeah, gotcha. I like doing that. I don't know if you guys... I'm a tuner, right? And so I like building fast cars and that kind of shit. But I like making bread. Because dough is so... it can be easy, but it also can be intricate. And green... change more or less brown sugar or salt, yeast. Like you can proof the yeast in water beforehand, or you put it in the dry mix, or you can, there's all kinds of ways you do it affect the outcome. And I've been trying to make the perfect freaking pizza crust. And my crust is really good, but it still blows up a little too much. So I think maybe I should stream my pizza making. It's like, Tom does everything. Tunes cars, make pizza? I know, I'm a fucking nerd. What do you want? Design parts? Oh! What was that?
Propane thing.
A propane? Oh, okay.
I think it's off.
My dad's laughing at me because I like to bake.
No, let's go up.
No, I don't want to go up.
And I'm going to go down then, because I got take a look at this and make sure we're in the right spot.
Oh yeah.
How are you going to get in the right spot? There's nothing to grab.
I don't know yet. I just got in here.
Unless, you know what we could do?
Crankshaft pulley?
Just lay it up against the crankshaft pulley. There's no belt there. Will that be enough though? Inside.
I don't know. Let's find out.
It's kind of a...
All right. I mean, we could put it here. You can put it here. We're not lifting the engine. We're just supporting it, right? The mount is still attached on that side. Mount's still attached. It's only.
So we can't put a block straight up right into that
We could.
casting right on the other side of the pan here.
Well, I got those big 8x8 blocks. So we stick one right here on the pan. Then we got this whole edge all the way around it. Distribute the load. Get the small jack and do that.
I'd rather you do the pulley. Obviously, the crank can hold it. The crank can hold everything else. Let's just do the pulley. Here, back it up. I'm gonna put a block right there. Go straight up on the pulley. Okay.
Okay, whatever you want.
Okay. Tell me where the block is. I'll go get it.
The blocks are, well, there's one right behind you on your butt. There's one right there.
That is the perfect size block.
That's what I'm saying. I got like 3 of those. And that's why I was saying too, like if we put on the oil pan right here.
No, I don't want to do the oil pan.
Ow.
Let's do the Russ and Rassin.
Okay.
I'll crank.
Let me spin this in so there's anything
Crank
else.
you guys.
Okay, 1 second. Let me turn these feet in.
Yeah, but do you want to do it this low to the ground?
Yeah, I do. Because the crank is only so tall, or this jack is only so tall.
Okay.
I'm on a rolly thing. I'm good. I roll around.
Do you want to take it to the extreme?
To the limit?
Yeah.
One more
Give
time.
you a little more room.
Take it to the
How are
limit.
we doing?
Not good. We need another block. Because these arms are so wide. Or we need another jack. We need the other jack or a different block.
Well, we got the jack here. And I know there's another block here.
Alright, I got it.
You okay?
Hold on. Yep, give me a second.
Huh?
Give me a sec. Give me a sec.
There's 2 more. You want to go for
Well, it's too late now. You gotta go down now.
I know, but that's my point. So we can lift the car up to go.
No.
One more room for it.
Stop. Stop. We're good. We're good. Stop. 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 Back up.
Okay.
Okay.
Up or down?
No. Well, the word I used was stop.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, up. Up now, please.
Well, stop usually means holy fuck.
Well, there.
And we're on it.
You're on it. The car moves some.
All right.
I think if I was meant holy fuck, I'd have said holy fuck.
You're pretty good with using your words. So. All right, now what do you need from me? You got the bracket?
No, right now I'm just trying to take the bolts out.
I got the bracket.
Yep. Oh, shit.
Got the bracket.
You all right?
Is there new bolts to put in now?
I don't think
It looks
maybe.
like there might be.
Yeah, they might need to be a little bit longer, actually.
There's some bolts.
This one is under a lot of tension. I don't know if it's up or down.
Look, there's bolts here.
Well,
There.
we still got to mount the rack to the.
Fine thread.
That's probably for the rack to the mounts.
Okay, and then there's shorter ones. Good. And then there's also some silver colored. That's probably for the rack and pinion, because the rack and pinion is silver, right?
I don't know. All right, could you give me a 14 mil wrench?
Yeah.
I don't know if this is under tension because it's holding the engine up, or if it's just rusty in place, or what. I need to turn it some. Let's see what we got. Come on, get on there. All right, that's under some tension. So, can you go down first?
Yeah.
Release some tension,
All right.
just a little bit.
Okay.
Let's see if this gets harder or easier. Okay. Didn't change. Now go up.
A little bit.
Yep. Hold on a second. I lost grip of my wrench here. All right. A little more. A little more. Okay, I feel like the engine's moving a little bit, but this bolt just does not want to turn much. How much tension we got on this thing? Okay, go a little more. Okay. Huh, I'm not noticing any difference in tension on this thing.
Is this block okay?
Yeah, I mean, it's at the end of a jack. It's not the most sturdy thing.
I know, but is it?
Okay, go down.
Is it on the pulley?
Just go down. Yeah, it's on the pulley, but okay, go down.
Yeah, I don't like it on there like that. I thought you were going to put it in the middle of the jack.
I was, but I had these feet, and they were so cool.
So we're moving it to the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really feel like the oil pan is a better idea.
You ready?
Yep.
There's another block. Okay, there we go.
Let's see. Is that loose at all? No, it's not loose at all. It's tons of tension. A little more. Oh, there we go. It feels a little lighter. Smidge more. And the whole car's lifting. Oh, there we go. Okay, I feel a lot lighter now.
Okay.
Not quite enough, but really, really close. Tiny bit more.
Maybe we need to go to that side with something.
There we go. Right there. I'm throwing rusted dirt on my phone. Come on, baby.
We still got to get that other bracket in there.
I know. This is not going to be a fun one. Can you go up a smidge more?
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, right there. Perfect. Don't do anything.
Okay.
Okay, bracket, please. And the small pry bar.
Okay, here's the bracket.
Thank you.
You know what side it goes on, right? Okay.
I mean,
Small pry bar.
yeah, it only goes.
Small pry bar.
Okay, smallest one. Smallest one. Well, this fuel line is in the way. I don't like this. What is going on here? Does that? I can't go any other way. It's got to go that way. This fuel line is really in the way. Is this an aftermarket fuel line?
Huh?
Is this an aftermarket fuel line setup?
Probably.
It is extremely in the way. But what's weird is that the mounting angle is completely different than the other side. It must have different mounts on both sides. It's got like another inch. There's no threads on this thing. They must thread it on this side. Huh. Well, this is a bummer. Let me see. Maybe. Maybe go this way first.
Gotta go up. Woo. You need a hammer?
No.
Oh, yeah, you got it up that time.
Yeah, that's what she said. All right.
Need a drift punch or something?
Yes, I do. I need exactly that.
Where would I find it?
Well, there was a small one that we used. It's on the green box. And then there's the longer ones in the third drawer down
Okay, do you want to
of the big box.
Start with this, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
And then I'll,
It's not lined up at all.
I got a better 90. I need a better 90.
Where the hell are these holes at? I need light.
Okay, here's the light. car?
Yeah, there's one there.
My phone?
Sure, that'll work.
There's a straight punch. I don't know if that's going to help.
Okay, I gotta go back. Yeah, straight punch would be great.
There you go.
A second, my hands are a little full with the light and
For my whole light.
and everything. Let's see, trying to find the angle. There we go. I think I found something.
I'm going to get under there and hold the light.
No, it's fine. Where the fuck is this hole at? Okay, up and back. I'm seeing the image of the hole on the bracket off of Cody.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, here's the hole. Wait, that's not the hole. That's the reflection. Come back.
You want to have, I got one of those things that's just in the 90. That might help you work it back. Oh, darn it.
That's okay. Now I can see where the holes are. I was too far forward.
Yeah, you're straight up. Got to go straight up now.
Yep. I'm stuck.
Get your rubber hammer.
There's an oil leak here at your fuel pump mount. Did you guys replace the fuel pump in this thing once?
Huh?
So there's an oil leak at the fuel pump mount. Did you have to replace the fuel pump in it once?
No, not yet. Here's a rubber mallet.
Okay, I can try that, I suppose.
Work.
Kind of. I think there's an issue. I think this brake line
And this might be.
at the top is catching something.
Let me see. Here, take that. That might help you a little bit. Let's see.
Is this brake line free, or is it jammed up in there on top? Is that good? Is it free?
Yeah, the brake line is free.
Okay.
I can see the bracket is on the inside of the brake line. So yeah, there's nothing there to worry about.
Okay. Oh man, I have not had my daily dirt supplement yet, or ingestion. Let me get that. Alright, this is definitely still too far forward. As I slide it in, it slides forward, which definitely fucks up the alignment. Oh, I see it now.
Those hooks up here to help you. Yeah. Like right now, you're damn close. Let me see. Not down.
This
See that hook thing? There's that hook thing. There it is.
this thing?
Hey, try to get to this top one from here.
I don't know. I'm in a hole right now. One hole. I think I should go down. There it goes. Okay. One is lined up. The second one is not lined up. But one is, so I want to put a nut and a bolt in this one to see if I can keep it straight. My light, it was on your seat underneath the steering column area, unless I moved it for some reason. I don't think so. Come on now. This sucks. This is 3 plates that got to go together. 2 are movable. 1 is not. Ah, got it. Got one. Get in that bitch. Oh, it's right on my toolbox. Magnet to the roof of it.
The green one?
Yeah, the green toolbox. And the light right there, folded in half. Stuck to it. On the left side.
No.
Oh. I thought that's where I left it.
There's a cork wrench. Oh, here it is.
There it is, yep. Okay, we got 1 in. Get 1 bolt in this biatch. Trying to get, see, I think it needs to go down.
Okay, you know what is a trick? Is it, yeah, you're in between. I can see where you are. I think.
There we go. There we go.
Is that it right there? Am I through the hole?
Oh, I can't see.
Right there?
I can't tell that. I have less visibility up there of that than you do.
Because if so, I could put a bolt through.
I'm really close on the bottom one here. Feel it.
So you need to go up.
I don't know. A little more difficult.
What's up?
That Igor?
Igor, how you doing?
What's up, buddy?
I hear you got hosed.
I hate people.
Yeah, man, I don't blame you. That's some bullshit. I was telling my dad he should have kept the ticket. Flew down there and kicked his ass.
Yeah, but I'm too lazy for that.
Well, you know, he agreed to it technically, so legally he has to abide by that. If you have it in writing, just fucking send him a letter from a lawyer and be like, "You're fucked, motherfucker." Play his shitty fucking dirty game. Like, all right, dude.
I'm no longer looking.
Yeah, like I could pay an extra $2,000 because that's what you want me to pay, or I could pay a lawyer $2,000 to fuck you because you're a dick.
What did you just do?
I moved the mount.
Yeah, I was close.
I know it's almost in right here. I'm trying to get it in. But all this dirt in the car says, you know, hey, there's a perfectly good eyeball down there. And you get up in that shit. Now this bolt is too damn short. The second one is shorter than the other one, so I need a longer bolt.
Well, this bracket is not even close now.
Okay, well don't worry about that. Give me a bolt.
All right.
See this one in here? See how short it is?
Are you still doing your stream?
Yeah, I'm still streaming, I think. I don't know if he's watching. The phone's on the ground looking up at the shit. Say what?
Let me look at this. Okay, that's way bigger than what I got. Okay, here you go. I think so.
Do you have enough for that?
Yeah, don't you?
I don't know.
Should be the right size.
Feels like it's different.
Yeah. It's a coarse thread.
It's pretty coarse.
But I just stopped looking, made a decision, stopped looking, and just focus on streaming.
Oh yeah, you're good. This'll work. Folks on your Subaru?
Yeah.
Oh yes. I mean, it is a bad time to buy.
You know what's upsetting?
People are assholes?
No, yeah, obviously. But
Oh.
like, when you look at forums from 4 years ago, 3 years ago,
Uh-huh.
they like say, "Oh, just buy my Grand Sport for 27, 40,000 miles." I'm like, gosh darn it, what are you talking about?
Yeah. All right, Dad. Give me that. Oh no, we had the top ones in first
I
time.
do not have any nuts to those.
That's fine. It worked. The nut worked.
Okay.
So I got these 2 bottom ones in.
Yeah.
Now we need to figure out the top. there's a little bit of wiggle on this bracket, but not a whole lot. So it's got to be pretty close.
Why don't you pick it up higher?
Now the bolts, because its engine's being held up, because it's the motor mount's undone. The bolts to this are the ones that are vertical in that tray. The magnetic tray on top of the air cleaner. The 2 bolts that are vertical closest to you, those are the ones that come out of the top.
Yeah. But we're not even close here. Doesn't seem like we are.
I mean, I don't know how.
Yeah, if I'm in the right place.
Maybe we need to relieve some tension on the motor mount so it'll pivot forward a little bit. Because it looks like you're going into the bracket, just not the front mount.
Yeah,
So it looks like. So, but lower the tension on the jack a little bit.
I was gonna say, come up here and I'll move the jack.
Well, I want to watch it.
All right.
These 2 lower ones are in, and there's nuts on them, so they're not going to pop out or anything.
All right.
Okay, stop.
Okay.
Now try that hole again. I saw some movement up there, so try the hole.
Okay, yeah, we're real close. We're not there, but we're close. We got close.
Okay, well I can wiggle this some. See, I got some movement. Careful that door. They don't shut.
Yeah, don't shut.
Oh, one on the left.
We looked
Yeah.
the car up and warped. The car bends.
Old 50s technology, they're kind of floppy.
Anyway, Dom,
So put a bolt in it.
no, I can't put a bolt in. It's not that close. But if you come up here, you can work this, and I can operate the jack. Because I got this 90-degree,
Okay.
as long as you got those 2 down there, and that's what matters.
Okay. Here's your phone.
Oh, shit, you forgot to put gloves on.
Yeah, I'm all dirty. Shit balls. These are big holes.
Okay. I'm going to go down some more. Okay? Okay, because the bottom's in, so. And go down, we'll start over. Okay, that's everything off.
Yep. I think I have to go up.
Okay, am I still on the pulley?
I don't know. Yes.
I should be.
Stop pushing it in because you're in the oil pan.
Okay.
You're probably on oil pan now.
Oh, I'm okay. I'm on the cranks.
Okay.
Trying to see the phone?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing. Okay.
Get a little movement.
Okay, a little movement. I think that needs a pivot. This way.
I can get under there and do that. If you think you can get a bolt through it.
No yet. Do not know yet. Not looks like it is yet. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Oh, you changed the engine mounts?
No, we have to put this plate in between the mounts and the frame for the steering rack to mount to. Yeah. It's almost there. Need to twist this a smidge.
pain in the ass getting the old steer back out.
Little box, yeah. Sucked ass.
Really?
Yeah.
I use the old cars too.
What?
On old cars, it's hard.
Just this one. Everything was so old. Didn't want to come out. There was no room. Just sucked.
Chassis itself is pretty flimsy.
Yeah, they flexed quite a bit. I'm surprised how much they flexed, honestly.
So you're not autocrossing this thing?
Whoops. No, definitely not. I don't want to drive it there. Scared. How flimsy this thing is.
All right. Can you get a drift punch in there for what you want?
I got the punch through, but it still needs to go forward soon.
Want me to get underneath and hit it?
If you want.
Hit that bottom rear side. And hopefully
So the top has to go forward. Is what has to happen.
So what is mounted by the head?
Isn't that weird? Yeah, it's like a front mounted.
okay.
Pretty interesting.
Are we doing anything?
I don't know. Doesn't look like it. Wrong way.
The other way?
Yeah. There you go.
I moved that time.
Yeah, it did. Hold on a second. Fuck the whole go. Hold.
Go up again.
No, don't do anything.
Got this
Why is there
back
still
bolt kind
main
of tight.
clutch?
Can you get 14? I'll loosen this back bolt up a little bit so it'll wiggle more.
Don't do anything.
All right. I'm not.
Is it doing anything with the main clutch or is it just there?
I have no idea.
Sure works better with the shroud, man. With the electric seal electric fan.
Yeah, I don't know. It's two fans is definitely interesting, but who knows? Maybe it needed it. Did you have to put the electric fan on, Dad, or is that done before too? Dad,
What?
did you have to put the electric fan on, or was it already on there?
No, I didn't put anything on. It was already on, and the little electric fan, there's a switch in the driver's compartment there to turn on.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't get hot. It runs pretty much about 180, but in the summer, you know, it gets really hot in the summers, and you gotta run that fan, it'll get up to 220.
Hold the light.
Yeah, I agree.
From your side or from here?
Yeah. Right there. Turn this fucking nut. That's through.
Did you get the bolt through?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Turn this nut.
Did you do this side?
I dropped one bolt on the ground, Dad. You see it down there?
I heard something.
I don't know if it made it to the ground or if it's on a frame or something.
Okay, I'm gonna get out of here. You don't need me down here, all right? You got three of them.
Oh,
No, probably passenger.
yeah, passenger car.
You got three. That's all it needs.
Yep.
55 miles an hour.
Ow! Did you find a bolt on the ground there?
I did find a bolt.
Here
Here you go. You want a longer one?
There should be two down there.
Okay, here's the longer one here. Right here.
I have a feeling these are for something else.
Oh, we can always buy a freaking.
Nope. Three nuts. The last nut in the world right here. Last bolt nut in the world. Here, SOL. This doesn't work.
I heard something.
Yep. I need a nut too. I lost a nut earlier. Probably next to a bolt.
Didn't you get him chipped up?
Already happened.
I don't have a national course lock nut. So
Not a lock nut, it's just a regular nut.
yeah.
But it should be on the ground. There we go.
Find it?
No?
Look on here.
You gotta move the jack, drop it in between the jack. So in the jack center.
Maybe in the jack area. I don't see any. I dropped 2 things. That's in the control arm.
Here we go. Well, it's coarse thread though. This is fine thread. Shit.
Where the hell did they go?
What's this?
You can pull the jack out now, actually, if you want to.
I think this is coarse thread, but
Really?
Yeah, lower the jack and then take it out. I got all four bolts are in there. So somewhere in this car is a nut and a bolt, both lost. It's what it fell from right there, and that's almost a straight shot to the ground.
shit, here's a good one. So this is off your Corvette. It's laying on this blue on your yellow reach. Is it?
No,
It's
it's
too
not.
far.
All right.
Well, looks like ace it is.
Yeah, but where the fuck did they go? There's nowhere down here.
Please, Jack.
It's like literally a straight shot to the ground from here.
Igor, nothing is good with you.
Alright, I'm leaving it.
What's wrong with my jack?
It's too heavy.
I got that one on purpose.
It's too heavy.
I got the aluminum light ones, 2 aluminum light ones, and 1 heavy steel one. So yeah, I dropped two things from right here. See where my fingers? It was right here when they fell.
Okay.
No, look to the right here. My hand is.
Okay.
Yeah, they fell from here. And I don't know where they went. Did they follow the brake lines out somewhere? The brake lines steer them?
I don't know.
It's weird. It's weird.
Wish I could tell you.
Me too. Then I have them.
You know how the bounce factor is.
Yeah, that's true. Get the light real quick, bitch, please. Please have the light. Thank you very much.
Like I said, I have a Castle locking nut, but it's not what was on there. Keep looking here. I can find something. You don't have your own nuts and bolts section, like a whole section?
I do, but they're all metric. This is bizarre. I don't see any place for these things to go.
Weather sucks today too.
Yeah, I'm glad about that.
You glad about second weather?
Yep,
Why would you be glad about that?
because I'm inside and I want to be inside to work on this car, and I don't feel like, oh man, I should be outside enjoying the weather.
That's one way to look at it.
It helps. Because now I'm like, oh man, I wish I was outside and enjoying the sun. Instead, I'm just inside enjoying the dry. Alright, well, apparently there's some sort of portal or abyss. I'm sure it's nobody. You're one of them, right? What can you see right now? Just the. Oh, my dad moved the toolbox too, huh? There we go. Oh, it's loud. Picking up the audio pretty good. That's right. Yeah, they like right there. I don't understand how they disappeared. Ow! Fucking zip tie. Why can't people cut zip ties fucking straight? Why does it cut at a 45-degree angle? For maximum skin penetration?
Yep.
Idiots. Alright, you tighten this, tighten these 3 nuts at least. 3 is better than none.
I am not finding it.
Finding what?
That nut.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Nut and bolt. Just both disappeared.
Oh, I got the bolt.
Well, you got a bolt, but not the bolt.
Yeah, I got 2 bolts. I got 2 bolts from there. Right here. I got both bolts.
From where?
From under the car that you dropped.
You asshole. I've been looking this whole time. You didn't tell me?
I got 2 of the bolts. Just can't find the nuts.
Gotcha.
They're being cut up.
They're not inside the socket, is it?
I didn't use the socket, did you?
No. I don't think I'm going to say yes till I look.
Did you use the gun?
It's underneath. I looked.
Okay.
And it's not stuck on the bottom.
Okay.
So, it's not in there. It's not in the bag, is it?
Not that I see.
They were old. Everything in there is new.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got to be in there somewhere in the car. Somebody drive it, it'll bounce out.
You will eventually.
Working on old cars is such a pain in the ass.
Can you go 50 in this car or not really?
Do what?
50?
Yeah. For sure.
I had it up to about 95, 100. I changed the differential, put 3 lights in it. But I haven't had it over 100 yet.
I wouldn't. I'm not that reckless.
He's like, I don't have a death wish. Where'd that creeper go?
The what now?
Creeper go.
Oh, I put it over there.
Okay.
Stay right down and drink your beer.
I need you to drink my beer. Where's it at?
Did you buy push rods? Did you find what size you need? You sure?
Nope. Nope, I'm not sure.
So can we just go up with the car now?
I mean, good.
Well, let's do it then. Stand, relax. Get off your.
I am relaxed. I'm laying down.
Okay. If you want to stay down there. I'll tell you what, I am impressed with the stuff they gave us though. All the parts, nice stuff. Machine wall, you should see the little tank for that.
It should be for a nice car.
Yeah, well, it cost enough money.
This car?
The parts.
Oh, the car.
Yeah.
The car too, technically.
Really?
Oh yeah, these things are expensive.
These two things are expensive?
Uh-huh.
They probably start at cheap one that that runs like this, probably 75,000. And they go up to 450 for this jumpers. They have these jumpers. Yeah, they're crazy. The old cars are just worth so much money. The old Corvettes.
Okay.
Hey, what?
You can go up.
Okay.
Well, that is really weird how that is so different. I wonder if this needs to be loosened and then bent.
Man, I'm just hoping this shit works.
The mount angle is way different.
got the automatic faster lubrication system too. Awesome. How is it so
I
weird?
mean, this angle versus this angle.
Yeah.
They're two different angles. I don't know. Maybe it's got different size, different angle mounts on it, but it
Got
seems weird
to.
to me.
It's got to.
It's a muffler job.
Oh, I see. One of them spins, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah, a friend of mine did it.
Does it sound good?
RPM muffler, yeah, it sounds real good. Wicked flows. It's got wicked flows on it. They sound real good.
That was a wicked flow.
That's the exhaust system. It's like the new stuff.
Is that a copy of Flowmaster or something?
No, it's better. Need a knife?
Yes. Cutter.
Down
I'm
here.
tired.
You want a cutter?
Yeah.
You don't trust that you're sharpening?
Here we go. What was that, Igor? That was what we got. Weird.
There's a bracket that goes there. Look at the way the hoses come in. How are you gonna get those hoses on there? Unless they go straight up.
That's how it seems it should go.
Unless the hose comes in.
Because that's how the bracket fits the angled one. Yeah, it must go within this thing. Let's go over it.
There's a flat side there.
They go over like that.
No,
This goes here.
I think this turns. Towards, keep going. Keep going. I think it turns this way maybe?
No, it definitely does not do that.
Okay, then it goes.
It's definitely like this right here.
Okay.
It's like that.
Even further.
No, it can't be even further. Hold it. You got it?
Yeah.
Because that mount.
Shit, yeah, I got it.
Because that mount says that it definitely does not do that. Okay. This mount.
Yeah,
And this is cut specially for this.
yeah,
It only goes like that.
yeah.
And that only goes right there. Like that.
How the fuck are those hoses gonna fit on there?
I mean, I agree. How's this line fit? Like, we're supposed to bend that? It's already bent pretty bad right here in the middle. Look how bent that is.
Look at this
This
goes
thing's
here.
fucked up right here.
This goes. Doesn't look like they marked it, like they're trying to bend it there, but,
Bust it up.
well, that's not the problem for me, it's right here.
This used to go down more. That. It got caught on something. And this thing folded over. So it used to go down like that. And that goes right here. Like that. And this one goes right here. Like that. Essentially like that.
It goes up all the way to there.
Oh, that's clear. Yeah, that's clear. I see.
Okay.
Did you get another PM gas tube?
You
or
wanna
no
put a,
extra?
wanna put a bolt in it?
Yeah.
You got it?
Sure. What was that?
Did you get another PM gas tube or you had extra?
I had extra. I opened up the box before I left out of it.
Four of them? No washers?
One of them looks like it's bolting up. The other
There's one. So you're saying two nuts, two threaded?
yeah, bolts on one.
Okay, got that. Okay. We got like 3 washers left.
Test it. Make sure it's the right thread pitch.
Follow that one. Okay, so what about a washer? Probably not.
It's got an oval hole, probably. It'll fit. Get a long one, so I can see it and help you line it.
Okay. Should I just have it? Okay, I don't have it. Okay, the bottom should I come down just a little bit?
The washer's too big, Dad. The washer's way too big.
Okay, no washer.
No washer it is.
Unless I'm just gonna put a lock washer on here and make it roll back down this way.
Supposed to use Loctite instructions.
Okay, that's not even close to me, right? There you go. Okay.
No, it's not in there. I'm
Okay.
using this thing.
It's right there. It's in the turn.
And do one on this side or?
Yeah, all right, do this one.
Okay.
It's because it's like a flat part below the nut, below the the hex part, so I think it's made to have no washer.
Okay, you're pretty much in here.
I don't know. It's not this thing needs to go.
Kind of ugly.
Oh, is it something important?
What's the fuel line? I'm saying be careful.
It's not that important.
Uh,
Oh, it's king kind of here.
this has got to get on the other side too. No?
The word king.
This one? Yeah, they fucked that line up. That line's messed up.
Pull it up here. Pull it up here.
Look it up.
Some lube on it. Really need some lube.
Oh, yes. The oil rots rubber, so it's.
There's not oil from the oil. It's 350. Two leaks sooner or later.
That mount.
What?
I mean, bang, boom, inside.
A little more inside.
That worked. Oh, there
Got it? The washer? Washer's too big. Okay.
Got a lock nut?
Yeah.
There, you have to lock my power.
I want to see if it would fucking wick down. I want to wick down.
Just, I don't know.
Look at this fucking thing here.
Of course it did.
This
Like,
cable.
come out, come out, come out.
This is gonna have to be bent
Ace today?
No, why?
Nothing.
You talk to him?
No, I asked him if what's up with the blog, but he didn't buy it, so I don't know. Probably nothing then.
Oh.
I did not tell my boss that I'm not going anywhere. I would love to work on my car Thursday, Friday.
Yeah. Oh, to put together.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
You got an alignment punch I can use on that?
What time is it, Igor?
5.
Oh, it's 5.
Mm,
That might be the wife texting when she's on her way home.
to the sophomore.
Yeah.
How does this work? How do I connect to this? $100?
No, that's it.
To what?
Ouch. That's the end of it.
That spins the wheels.
Okay. Power's good here.
I know, that's what I said. That's freaking weird, ain't it? This thing moves from the middle.
Need it. That's crazy. How you gonna get line?
Tell me.
That one you're not getting that line. Like it's not happening.
That one is definitely in the way, yeah. Is what's got a hole in the freaking frame?
I don't know. If you can, this car's gonna fall apart. Driving out of here.
Shut up! You fucking bitch. Oh, I see here, yeah. This bracket could be recessed to a grinder. There's a little.
Been triggering people left and right.
What do you mean?
With the car falling apart.
Oh.
It's only going to Maui, so it doesn't have to last long.
I mean, they did relieve it there or something.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, looks like we might have to, well, we'll see. You wanna get the line and see if what
You
kind of
should
angles on it?
use, Bluetooth lines.
There's a banjo right here. So I'm guessing it's for the banjo.
Done.
It's 90.
Done.
Bluetooth lines, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's one of these two. It says it's the 90 one. Says that one. So it says, see? Ohio. And that one's banjo. That one's banjo. It's weird.
I don't know, it looks like,
I mean, it looks like it ain't gonna fit. It looks like.
yeah,
Do we have to drop it down, put it on first, then put it up?
almost.
Probably. And do these, pull it down, screw them in, put it back in place.
Yeah, we'll just do that last. We'll have to put their top stuff on. And then,
Hopefully 2250.
and then while it's, when it's dropped, if we can, maybe we'll go ahead and recess this.
Right in there.
Get that with a grinder. There is room here, but not a lot. I think you'd have to put it on first. I really do.
That front one, that lower one's easy, I think. This one will be okay. It's this one, I guess. I think that one's gonna be fine.
You need a grinder.
Yeah.
Igor's got a good one.
Yeah. You know what I need, Igor? I need AC in my truck. Run low. Yeah.
What is it? It's 97. So is it R12 or 134?
You might get that thing on there.
And wait here, I got a call for a beer cooler, so I won't be here too long.
Say what?
I got a call for beer cooler on the way here.
Uh-oh.
I won't be here too long.
A beer cooler, huh?
Oh, you're on call when they just call you and you go?
They just call me and I go, yeah.
Who do you work for?
The people.
Oh,
Mean people.
mean people. Well, you need to start your own business.
No, I don't.
He doesn't want to have something to complain about. Can you imagine if he had nothing to complain about?
What would you do?
He'd be, yeah.
I'm just upset today with the stupid people.
Oh man, that pissed me off too. I was like, that's such bullshit. You know what? But things are meant. That shit happens for a reason. You're gonna get a better deal now. I guarantee it. You'll get a better deal. Is this protocol here? What it says, the way to do it?
I mean, the 2 shafts and 3 joints.
Right.
This one's the middle one.
Okay. That's what I was most worried about, were those shafts and
Why
just.
did this on your house seeing those tiny, tiny tires?
I know. I could see it. You know, it was just so fucked up that I got under there and lubed everything, and it turned pretty good. So I put the smallest tires on it. But see, look at it. This thing hadn't ever had grease in it. Once I put grease in it, it started turning pretty good. But it was dry. It was just completely dry. I put oil in it, and the oil just came right out. So I pumped it full of grease. That's where all the oil over here, look. You see all this oil here? This was all from that.
No,
That was all from there.
from the small block of it.
No, it's not.
They designed to leak.
Sometimes it seems that way, that's for sure. So what's that for?
Like, we should make a real leaky motor. Leaking over the 50.
It's been fun.
How much? 100 grand?
Short top,
More?
long bottom.
Less?
Oh, yeah. My cousin, first he gave it to me. Gave me the car. And I started fixing that thing he wanted back. I said, okay, you got it. It's just fine. I just like working on it. But then he goes, but I want power steering. And I was like, you turn it? No, I'm too old. 75 years old.
Oh, he actually asked for it?
Turn it, yeah. I want power steering. Okay. I'll try to put it on for me. That's all I could do was try. Don't work out, it won't work out. You know, you just do what you can for your friends, your family. And that's all you can do. I got a 2000 for that. You want to buy it? Like Dominic's.
No, it's
Except
not.
it's black.
Except it's not 06.
No, it was, they made, mine was the one right before, mine was the first Z06 that was not called the Z06.
It has LS1.
Yeah.
It's not LS6.
No, it's an LS1. You don't like LS1?
Nobody likes LS1.
Oh. Fuck. Which beer is yours anyway?
Mine's a far one.
Oh, okay. Nobody likes my car. So just change the motor, right?
No, like not the suspension. Doesn't have the suspension that down has. Doesn't have the gearing and stuff. So one thing about C606, it's got nice suspension, not the cheesy Grand Sport.
Really?
Yeah, it's got that, and it's got like magnesium freaking subframes, and it's got cool things. Except that everything's cool, but the motor.
So you studied the car.
I've studied the car a lot. Yes, everything is good except the gear ratios and the motor.
Yeah, LS7's a pile of trash.
So why
Best
don't you
flowing
buy
head that
like
they ever
this?
made, but
What?
Why don't you get 2002 like that?
Because they want like 28,000 for them.
What?
Yes.
yeah, they're gonna up in value a lot.
I bought mine for 11. 11.5 actually.
Okay, I'll buy it for 11 for you.
See, you would buy it.
For 11, yeah.
What do you think?
What?
Is it a wide body?
Oh, yeah, it's nice.
Is it a wide body or
What's the
not?
picture?
They didn't have wide body in the C5 era.
Bullshit! It's bigger than yours.
You're high.
Really?
I'm telling you, it's wider
There's
than yours.
no, there's no
Tom.
such thing as bigger than mine. Just ask my wife.
I'm telling you. Okay, let me get a picture. Let me show you.
How much miles does it have?
A lot.
Not that many. 100 and
Tons.
160.
It's falling apart at the seams.
That's a lot of miles for that.
Well, when I bought it, it already had 90. I just baby it. For the last. The guy used to commute to work.
That's crazy. 11 grand. 10 years later, the thing
He
worth
wanted
more.
22,000 for it. And then he had just bought a brand new AMG. And,
No pictures?
no, I got it. Because now these cameras are, they flip them around all the time.
What is this sticky thing for? This bracket you guys put on, right?
Huh?
This sticky thing?
That's the radiator mount because we took an old one out. The old one attaches to the steering, which no longer exists.
Oh, no. This scarf's too junky for these nice parts. Oh, get out of here.
Gotta go to work.
Yeah. Good. Good. Yeah, that's like, yeah, fine.
I get the phone. Here's what you're saying.
Oh, I fucking had this right the first time. I'm a dummy.
No, it doesn't like you.
Right? Oh no. Oh no. I'm not. Well, the phone definitely listens to you. What's up?
Oh, my phone is so- got so many nice pictures of the floor that I can't even find them. I'm looking for them. I can't find them.
Okay. This goes in there.
So,
Hurt. There we go.
Yeah. I'll bring the car down and finish that part up.
We'll talk tomorrow, okay?
That bracket thing is a little higher than the tie rod.
A little bit.
Come here, look.
It actually goes under the engine.
11 grand? You want money today or tomorrow? Oh, the paint, it's totaled. Yeah.
Paint's great. What are you talking about? That's a reflection.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's all the reflection. Look, I'll show you another picture. It's got the Lambo doors.
Oh, no, nothing. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. Is it expensive to $50 normal? You buy hinges?
I got the hinges.
Oh, you got the hinges? Okay,
Yeah.
11 grand. Today or tomorrow?
See how you are. First he insults me and then he wants me to give him a deal. I like the way it works.
It's not automatic, right?
No.
It's a 6-speed.
Speed automatic.
And Dominic already. And we put the different manifold. There's my old manifold up there.
Is it fast?
It's an LS6.
Fast enough.
What?
LS6 manifold.
It's fast
No,
enough.
it doesn't have all the 6 rest of stuff.
No, it doesn't. That's why I was gonna do all this stuff. I was gonna build this LS6 for his car. So I got the rods and pistons and all that shit.
Don't do LS6. Do an upgrade.
LS6 is a great motor.
I mean, it is, but it's not a huge. I mean, it is a huge upgrade. Never mind. But it's not a
It's
straight.
gonna be 150 more horsepower than his LS1
See, look,
or
that's,
more.
that's when we were doing it right there. Put the big intake on it.
LS3 is the best motor ever.
Oh, bad.
What? It's nothing about that. It's better than LS3? What?
Lots of stuff better than LS3.
No, from LS.
The LSA is better than LS3. I think LS2 is really fucking good. LS3 has the rectangle port heads, and people obviously back and forth about the rectangle port heads, whether they like it or
the
not.
block itself.
The block's decent.
What is amazing?
It's not much different than the LS6. It's just a bigger bore. They took everything that was LS1, put the LS6, and then they just made LS3, added a bigger bore to it. Nothing else additional to it. The LSA, the one I built up in the loft area, that's got piston squirters,
Is that
harder steel for the main caps, thicker deck.
Aftermarket. Well, what is it? Chevy motor for?
LSA,
Yeah.
yeah, it's for the CTSV and the ZL1 Corvette.
ZL1. What's that?
Or ZL1 Camaro. Yeah, the supercharged Camaro and the supercharged Cadillac.
Oh, okay.
That one's better. It's got stronger main caps, thicker deck. Like I said, piston squirts in it. It's got good stuff. That's a good motor.
Oh, found box with lifters and push rods.
Hey, what?
Found box with lifters and push rods.
Yeah, I'm sure. So there's a few of those floating around.
Dude, you don't know how bad LS7 is.
L7's bad, man.
It's worse than people think it is.
I think it's me grabbing the right reverse threaded nut at the same time. Are they all reverse threaded nuts?
Why did you like it?
Like a good reverse threaded nut. Grab. And second grab? Okay, what's going on here? They must all be reverse threaded.
When you look at those cars, like half, well, I don't know about half, but a lot of them don't have LS7 no more in there.
So they just pull the 7 and put the other motor bolts right in?
Yeah, they just get whatever they can find.
Because it blows up. Because LS7s blow up all the time.
And when they blow up, they
It's catastrophic.
Like, they blow up.
Yeah,
So,
they don't take any prisoners.
so what you're saying is they don't take any abuse because
No, they do. It's not abuse. Like,
Yeah, it's not abuse.
It's not
you
abuse.
mean they just blow on their own?
Yeah, the valve guides are bad. They have a bad
Oh.
design valve guides,
Oh, I thought.
and they just drop valve guides on their own.
And their valve is longer, so there's not enough support in the guide. But the guide is same size guide, but the valve itself is longer. But
It's
it's not,
got less angle. Why is it longer valve?
I don't know.
That seems weird.
So.
Yeah, the valve
And
guy.
then the spin bearings too. The spin bearings too.
Yeah, I mean you got a 4-inch stroke. Like that's just recipe for spin bearings. That's like I always tell people, like it needs to dry some, just keep the bearings in it.
Well, yeah.
Why, when you say a 4-inch stroke, is that a long stroke or a short stroke?
Long.
Okay.
Double stroke.
So the crank is out of the oil a lot longer? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
the crank should never be in oil.
Oh, it never should be?
No, if it's
oil
crank-
just
the-
should come through the galleries and that's it?
Yeah, if the crank is submerged, that's a recipe for destruction.
Oh, that's very.
That's bad news.
Oh, okay. This is kind of a cool picture.
Nice one jumping.
Igor,
Yes.
you're being mean to my dad here.
He was a bad guy.
I wasn't
Damn,
rushing
Russians.
him. I said there's a nice one and a junker. Obviously, C5 is a nice one.
He's trying to get it for less than 11, I think. Igor, would you take it from me, please? Oh, shucks. I got too many cars.
Oh. You want 11 today or tomorrow?
No, I'd hate to give
Dad's
him,
like 3 cars.
I'd hate to give him something, Dominic, that, you know, that might not last. He might break it. and then
Dad's like I have too many cars. He has 3 cars.
Then he'd be mad at me.
Not really. It'll have a blower, freaking roots blower sticking out of it. If I buy a C5, I'll just short it even Dom did. Even worse, it'll be like Dom.
Wait till you hear my car idle.
Right?
Wait till you hear my car idle. If it will.
Yeah, he will.
I might need to put a standalone in it, just get the damn thing to run.
Put a what in it?
Standalone.
Standalone what?
Engine management system.
Oh.
I mean, you'll idle around like 16, yeah.
16, 1700, yeah. At that RPM, might sound like it's on a stock can.
Shit, we're gonna have to align this car. You can't just guess at it. How are we gonna do that?
Guess at it.
Think we can just go measurements? Just measure it?
Hey, did you look at your tires?
How they do it in the trucks?
Look at your tires?
What's wrong with them?
Did you look at the side and what they said?
No,
Look on the side of your tires.
I don't wanna look. Why, what do they say? Free alignment?
For the life.
I do get free alignment actually because I put those on at Rissenrassen. What's it called? Les Schwab. I did it at Les Schwab. Are you gonna go to the car show?
Not quite sure.
Coeur d'Alene, Father's Day. It's a great car show.
How do you know?
We've been there. I was gonna buy a car one year. We saw maybe you'll get your Corvette there. They had a Maserati. What was it called, Dom?
The Quattroporte?
The Quattroporte.
No, thank you.
$120,000 car.
I'll drive us to
It went for $46,000. They had a brand new Cadillac CTS. Beautiful car. It had 8,000 miles on it or something, Dom?
12.
Yeah. God, when you're out here in the middle of nowhere,
This is Idaho. Now you're triggering me.
hey, you know what, Dom? These things got a long way to go to get there, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, if you turn the wheel closer, if you look at the wheel, it's turn.
thing goes on there. That makes way more sense. That tucks it away. Did you see how these were before? Dude, they were hanging down here like this.
Oh,
And I'm not exaggerating.
They were fucking low.
It was like, it was dangerous. I didn't even realize it till,
chuck it on the highway.
oh man, you get a block or anything, you would have just,
Cat, dog. Yeah.
And it's cheesy. Thin. No, I'm gonna go get the juice today.
We're at Skip Chains. Spokane.
no way, you're going all the way to Spokane? Oh shit.
Darn. Good jobs you can, I suppose, huh?
I think that's the wrong one, Dom. I think one rod is longer than the other.
They're the same length.
No, because that,
They're the same length.
okay. Okay, what'd you drop? Lock washer. Yeah. You don't need it, right?
Not for this one, it's for the other one.
Is it a right page?
Well, it doesn't be here like this, is it? I think it says got powder coating in the threads.
That's sticky.
Yeah,
Oh, it's powder coating threads, isn't it? Fucking annoying.
Cool, well.
Hi,
see
buddy.
how things
I'm
go.
sorry you had to leave.
yeah, I was just getting used to you.
I'm out of here.
See you later, buddy.
Yeah, right.
Let's see you tomorrow. Man, I really want the freaking soundbites to be done.
You gonna come back tomorrow?
It's been a month.
Yeah, Sunwest has really dropped the ball, that's for sure.
Oh shit, Dom, you wanna run a thread chaser through
I
there? Or?
don't think I have this. It's
Uh,
like a M14 by 1 or something ridiculous.
Well,
Guys, have fun.
Later, buddy.
all right, be safe. You just wanna just move it in.
Yeah, I mean, the wheel's not cranked over to the right now.
And we'll just adjust them up. Adjust them.
It's easier in here, though. Oh. 14 more, please.
Huh?
Which tire? 14 more.
Shit. Yes, it is. Okay, I got what you're doing there. I guess we could offer him a beer, but he don't drink, huh?
No, he's in the ring. Where's that lock washer at?
Right here. Wanna try it first?
Pretty sure you should do it.
What is it, 15/16?
I don't know. It seems bigger than 22. Yeah, probably 15/16.
Let's see, can't even read it. Here, this is 7/8.
No.
bigger than that. I'm gonna check it.
It's also 17ths. You don't have 15 16ths. That's 15 16ths.
What's this one? 19? Maybe? 17?
3/4.
Maybe 17. Also known as 11/16. 19? Smaller.
I know.
3 some.
What size is this? Same size, okay. Alright, that's good. Now these are the same size as that.
Mhm.
There you go. Right, come on. Alright. And then up on
This
top.
is impact material because we gotta
Okay.
hold it and everything at the same time.
On top is maybe this one. Okay, that looks.
What is it?
It's 5/8.
Where's the gun?
5/8.
Where's my little gun?
Impact gun. Oh, here it is.
Little one.
Oh. The little one?
This one. Here, push up on the rod. 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 Just push up on the rod. Move your hand. There you go. Perfect.
Can't I just grab that with a socket? No. Here, I got
Try.
something.
Yeah, here. Use this one. I guess one of them will go till it stops. That's turn that one. Now turn that one.
That maybe be at the top of the.
No, it's tapered. You want to max. You want it to be fully seated in the taper. You don't want to.
Oh, there it is. Huh.
Bottom?
Yeah, I guess that's the way it goes, huh? Oh, this doesn't come off and go up there or anything like that, no? Okay, go ahead.
Now turn yours.
Tight. And then this is how you adjust it, huh? Although, why is this one already out?
Huh?
Look,
Because that's just for what? I just put it.
oh,
Kind of like this. Adjust the toe. This one was being stubborn, so I just stopped where it stopped. This one, turn out. Just so. The reverse threaded on opposite ends.
Right, so it's not like you just back spun one without turning the other.
Right. So right now, it's really towed in, so we gotta shorten them both. Oh, this one's not that bad. That's gotta be shortened. It could technically be turned. Oh, it is turned to the. So it's probably all right. Actually, it's probably okay where it is. This one needs to be lengthened. Looks like. Probably. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, what I was saying is on your tires.
This one's towed in.
Yeah, they both are. Is right there.
Yeah,
Read it.
I'm going to. Alignment indicator, that dot.
Yeah,
So
it's
you-
actually these dots. So you look at your wear, and it tells you what those two dots say what your wear is. I think, because it looks like one's shorter and deeper than the other.